I actually was a Profinium customer for a very long time, for probably 20 years or so. When I was in Worthington, somebody at Profinium made me a loan to buy bank stock in the bank that was a startup bank that I eventually moved to Baxter, Minnesota for. And so I've known about Profinium, and I've known a few people here for quite some time. And when I was up in Baxter, Brainerd, the opportunity came up, and I was at a little bit of an impasse with my career because the company I was with had sold, and so we were acquired, and I had to sign a kind of a 2-year stay-on deal for transition. And once that was up, I was kind of a free agent, and my kids were out of the house, and so I was looking for kind of the next opportunity, and not really actively, but this kind of came up, and I thought, well, let's see what it's all about. And one thing led to another, and the next thing you know, I'm here. So that was my journey here. That I was a bank examiner with the Treasury Department, with the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. I don't generally fit the bank examiner mode, whatever that is in your imagination. So people are usually surprised that I held that position. It's my first job actually out of school. Store on Riverfront. It's called the Coffee Hag, and they have a cappuccino there. The name of it's the Mayan Sun, and it's kind of a cappuccino, but it also has cinnamon and cayenne pepper in it, and it is the best coffee drink I've ever had. And I tell everybody that, and most people turn their nose up to it, but I'm here to tell you, try it first, and then come talk to me. There's no question I would be on the golf course, because I'm not a good golfer, but I love to golf. I like the social aspect. I like meeting new people. I like pestering them on the green while we're waiting to tee off about different things and how they view things, or certain strategies, or about their business, or about their family, and those kind of things. So I just love the social aspect, and playing a game at the same time is fun. Well known for being direct, and I think most everybody would agree with that. And I think probably it's how I was raised. It's a little bit no nonsense, and here it is, and there's no sugar on it, and so that's definitely how I was raised, and that's how I am as well. And I don't really believe in a lot of the nonsense, or somebody trying to interpret what I'm saying, or understand what I'm saying, or go ask somebody else what I'm saying. I'm hopeful that when I say it, people understand it, and I think that's just a good way to go through life. So everybody knows where they're at all the time with that type of system. Profinium has made a major impact on a lot of people's lives. Young farmers, generations of farmers at times, small business owners, an SBA loan to a small business, and then to see them succeed is always, very gratifying. What we do here is we uncover every rock, and we try to find a way. It's easy to say no in this business, and we try to find a way to say yes. And by doing that, you have to be very thorough, and you have to think with a lot of flexibility and sometimes creativity. But I think doing things that way has provided a lot of positive answers for people that we've helped over the years. Well, I want them to know that we're just regular people, just like everybody else, and there's no reason to fear the banker. Sometimes there's that keeper of the gold mentality that people don't always like, but I think, leave that at the door, and we definitely aren't that way, and certainly don't act that way. So I would say, give us a chance. We will do everything we can for you. We will uncover every rock. We will purposefully understand your business or your personal financial situation as best we can, and absolutely do everything we can to improve that situation going forward so you can be successful. I think as a young professional and a young person, it's really important to have real critical centers of influence and people that you trust. You should have a really good banker. You should have a really good accountant. You should have a really good attorney. And these things are really important. I talk to all of those sectors regularly. I talk to a lot of colleagues in banking as well, helping me understand things that maybe are fuzzy to me. And I get a lot of phone calls as well to help other bankers with these things as well. But really having a circle of influence to really help each area where you're maybe not an expert. And I think once you establish that trust, you can really do great things.